Hey guys, it's Maddie from Let's Eat Plants, and today we are making a lovely lentil dish that can be served in lettuce wraps or alongside your favorite grain. We are making simply delicious, whole food plant-based lentils. So here's everything you're going to need for today's recipe. The star of this dish is going to be lentils. Now I'm using these brown lentils, but you can use any lentil you like. Just note that the cooking time may change depending on the kind of lentil you use. And we are going to need 1.5 cups of brown lentils. Of course, don't forget to thoroughly rinse your lentils and just add those to a pot. I'm also adding in this whole box of black oyster mushrooms. I love these mushrooms, they're so delicious, and I just find they add a really good texture to this dish. So I'm just doing a rough chop of the entire box of mushrooms and then adding it in on top of the lentils. And then for a bit of flavor, we're going to cook these in vegetable broth. We are using 1.5 cups of vegetable broth and 1.5 cups of water. You could do all vegetable broth or all water if you prefer. And for a little extra flavor, we're doing 1/2 tablespoon of tamari, or you can also use soy sauce. And we're just going to place this whole pot on the stove on high heat until it comes to a boil. Then once it's boiling, just reduce the heat to a simmer, give it a quick stir, and set the timer for 25 minutes. So while our lentils are simmering away on the stove, I'm just preparing the rest of the ingredients that we need for the stir-fry part of this dish. So I'm chopping up 1 onion, a couple small shallots, 3 cloves of garlic, and about a 1-inch piece of ginger. I'm just taking off the skin first, and then I'm going to grate the entire thing. Now the stir-fry part is very versatile. Just use whatever veggies you have on hand or whatever you like in your stir-fry. So I'm starting with a cup of broccoli, 2 stalks of celery, about half of this carrot. The other half I just chopped up and used as my snack as I was cooking. And now once your lentils are finished cooking, or if they're nearly finished, you can go ahead and start the stir fry. I'm just adding the onion and shallot into the pan with a little bit of water instead of oil, and just let those simmer for a couple minutes before we add in our garlic and ginger. Just add a little bit more water or vegetable broth as needed so that things don't stick to the pan. Then add in the rest of the veggies. So we have our celery, our carrot, and our broccoli. And let that cook down for about 5 minutes. Meanwhile, we're going to make our sauce. Here's everything we need for that. And the sriracha is optional if you want a little spice in your sauce. So we're starting with 3 tablespoons of tamari, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, and 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, or you can also use date paste instead of maple syrup. And then I like to add in this cooking wine for a bit more flavor, but that is optional just if you have it on hand. And we'll just need 2 teaspoons of cornstarch to thicken our sauce, and 3 tablespoons of water. Give that a quick stir and then add everything into your pan. Now, if you want this dish to be a bit more saucy, I would recommend adding in some more vegetable broth, maybe about a 1/4 cup, but that is of course up to you. So after that sauce has thickened up a bit for about a couple minutes, you want to go ahead and add in your lentil and mushroom mixture and just give that a nice stir until everything is thoroughly incorporated. As you can see, I only used about 1/3 of that lentil mushroom mixture, and the rest I will just save for future dishes. Now optionally, you can add a dash of white pepper and or some chili flakes or sriracha, or really any other kind of seasonings or flavors you like. As usual, season to your tastes. I'm also also going to add some green onion and some coriander. Now there are a couple different ways you can serve this. You can serve it with your favorite grain. I have some already cooked kamut here. You can serve it with white rice if that's your grain preference. It's definitely Q's grain preference. Or what I really like to do is to serve this in some lettuce boats. I'm just rinsing off some romaine leaves and adding a bit of cabbage, and then just add the lentil mixture right into these romaine leaves. And this is actually a really delicious option. It's fresh, it's crunchy. If you haven't tried lettuce wraps before, definitely give this a try. Are simply delicious lentils with a couple different serving suggestions for you guys to try. If you did enjoy this video or found it helpful at all, don't forget to give it a like down below. Or if you're new to my channel and enjoy simple whole food plant-based recipes, don't forget to subscribe. And with that, let's eat plants, and I will see you guys next time.